You see, when you think you want to disgrace the Nigerian people, when you think you want to ridicule the people you are called to lead as a politician, as a leader, you see this word where all of us they serve, where we the answer to, let's say, gaskiya, it will ridicule you in a manner that you will not believe. Whether or not you like it, you can never go to heaven or hell with this so much money you are acquiring on earth, impoverishing your fellow humans that have called you to serve. Look at this man that has been a senator for donkey years. Ekeremadu. They don't catch you and say a person kidding you one go komoto. You don't go to prison now. You know, go even day now to even witness the swearing in of the new government. Because on May 5th, he go jail, him and his wife. In case you don't know, don't be me to come. Watch this video, make you see waiting Oyibo government to say them go do ekeremadu. Watch him. Make you see the way he don't disgrace himself. No be we the disgrace so because then say if he can well say mama she no go sleep, she might he no go bitch. Now he say he no go give us the life we deserve. As a people in his constituency, him kuma she no go get peace. Now God the fight for us. Watch him.
It's an extraordinary case where three people used their wealth and power and influence to persuade a young man living in poverty to travel 3,000 miles to the UK. They knew they wanted him to come because they wanted his kidney. He had no idea. And imagine his horror when he realised the truth. From the streets of Lagos, where he earned a few pounds a day as a street trader, the victim was brought to this London hospital, where it costs £80,000 for a private kidney transplant. The rich and influential Nigerian senator, Ekeremadu, was going to pay for it. His daughter desperately needed the operation. But today he was found guilty of conspiring to arrange the young man's travel with a view to exploiting him for his body parts. Ekeremadu's wife, Beatrice, and a medical middleman, Dr. Abina Abita, were also found guilty.
This is the first conviction of its kind in the UK. We could not have achieved this without the courage of one person, our victim survivor. I want to commend him for his bravery in speaking out. Modern slavery is all around us. We need the public's help in identifying potential victims of trafficking and exploitation, to bring offenders to justice and to protect the vulnerable.
This was the moment the victim, whose identity is being protected, walked into a police station and begged for help. He'd thought he was coming to the UK to work, but ran away from the hospital when it became clear what was happening. It transpired medics had been told he was a cousin of the intended recipient, Sonia. They were pictured together, but he wasn't a match, and doctors found he was unaware of the plan. Sonia was cleared in court, but saw her parents convicted. They treated the victim like a spare part, the court heard, and they and the middleman doctor were remanded in custody until sentencing on May the 5th. Tessa Chapman, 5 News.
You don't see him. May 5th, he go jail. Now, for some of you watching, if you do not know who Ekeremadu is, let me explain to you. This is a 3-time deputy Senate leader. This man has been in the Senate since 2003. It means he has been in the Senate for 20 years. Now, the implication of this is that this man has been in different governments back to back, different Senates. You see, this is this thing I always talk about. I always say that people who know that they have nothing to offer, particularly those who have been 1-time or 2-time governors, they see the senatorial seat as a dumping ground for the things they have done wrongly. When they have looted the state treasury, they fight anything possible to make sure they dump themselves in the Senate, so that they continue to perpetuate some of the things they are doing that are no good. This is a man that has been in the Senate for 20 years. I give you one instance. At least 700 billion naira has been shared across the 109 senatorial districts from 2016 to 2022. That means at least 6.4 billion naira have been given to Ekeremadu as a senator representing his district. That is excluding the salaries that he collects monthly of over 13.70 million naira. That is excluding the sitting allowance. That is excluding committees that he has maybe headed severally. Now, so somebody that has had this amount of money of over 6.something billion naira cannot, out of his selfish interest, remove as little as a 500 million to build a hospital with a state-of-the-art facility that can match any standard in the world in his constituency. So much so that he wanted to do kidney transplant. They carry in Peking, Congo abroad, because they know that this vulnerable young man has been prone to suffering. He don't do so far. They now want to exploit him because they know say when they tell and say, I'm taking you to abroad, the boy will jump. Let me tell you how God they're doing things now. This boy when they encourage go abroad said they won't go commit high kidneys. Where they are women come catch now. When then they carry Ekeremadu and the wife now go jail for. That boy automatically now has a valid visa that will take him to that country any day, anytime. They will give him citizenship. And now this Ekeremadu, that selfishness, no alarm, do something for people now, will forever be in jail. Let me explain another thing to you don't understand. Do you know that this Ekeremadu not be the first time when in the suffer with and they call public disgrace? You remember one time in Germany, when you go for a young festival with Kinsman, as in region, Kinsman tell and say, now to 12 p.m. when I sabi, what do you do for us for all the money then they give you for constituency project? They say now to come here the 12 p.m. sabi. In fact, come up here, I am child, I'm one submission warrior pesca. You don't remember? Now him. That's Ekeremadu so. Is that not enough to tell this man say, Yana in Mulakanchi dayawa? Make him just use his head. You know it's so unfortunate that we are in a time where we don't expect too much from politicians. We just want them to, we know, because we know most of them are coming to steal our money. But what we are even asking, at least do some more. You have been in the Senate for 2003. That we know so much. No place this Ekeremadu no get also. If you see houses then seize for Ekeremadu, it will shock you. And it will also interest you. And I want somebody to debunk this thing I want to take now. That since Ekeremadu has this case and with the UK government, whether they checkmate on this issue of organ removal from somebody or organizing somebody to collect their organs, are they still paying him salary? Is he still receiving all the royalty accrued to him? Because this man has brought our nation shame. You see the way this person tell report the case. He said because they know a man that is suffering from poverty, abject poverty, they now want to take advantage of him. That is what we get all the time. That is what we get all the time. Sweet cashew. Now listen. How can a man like Ekeremadu, who has been a 3-time fourth citizen of the Federal Republic, let me explain. The Shugaban Kasa, who is the president of the Federal Republic, she's the #1 citizen, #2 vice president, #3 senate president, then the deputy senate president, she's the speaker also of reps, #4, then the deputy senate is #5. So #5 citizen of the Federal Republic for 3 times, who is in the principal organ of government, is now organizing to remove the organ of a citizen. Organize. Ekeremadu, organize. I beg the UK government, I am begging you, if you are going to deny this man freedom, if you are going to deny him everything and you are going to put him in jail, please don't deny him this. Just let him listen at least every day, 2 times in a day, to this song from Ashake. Organize. Ekeremadu, organize. Well done. When you choose to want to ridicule the people, now so God will do you. See, they don't seize own in house when they go for UK. They don't seize own in house when they for abroad. The ones when they Nigeria, they suffer. If you have used this money to work for people of your constituency, in the first place, your picking will be void enough to go there for kidney transplant. I was in the UK the last time. Somebody was telling me, a Nigerian said, it is no gainsaying that some of these so over-glorified medical outfits abroad, their doctors no work reach our Nigerian doctors. If you are a Nigerian doctor, I give you kudos. I celebrate you. What you want to so far no be small thing. Now just this, some of these people when they for office, you know, they make the required facilities available on a sabi work. I recently do a surgery in Nigeria and I confirm and say our doctors know their work. Now just the people when they in charge of bringing the facilities, they show us shake. Ekeremadu, organize.
Mumu not too much today. He's gallivanting, he's shouting, Buhari, Buhari, Buhari.